What's up, everybody? So in today's video, I'm gonna have a little discussion, and I'm gonna do a little shooting test, this time with the 16 gram CO2 cartridge, which is this one right here, 16 gram from Red Rock. But I do want to have a little discussion because the other day I received the let me move you guys over a little bit because I want you guys to see this. I received the order from Wixon, from the Wixon shop. These are his detents for the metal barrels, or the metal detent barrels, like the Sterling Self-Defense, the TCP barrels, and the VKS barrels. It is great quality. They're great quality. They seem like they are going to work. Unfortunately, I have the Sterling Self-Defense .686 barrel, 5 inches long. And when I went to install it on the barrel, it did not fit. I'm not saying that to say that these are wrong. It's just for the Sterling Self-Defense barrel, these were a little too thick. So I ended up having to sand this down a little bit on both sides. That's why you see the little white scuff marks there, to make it fit. And I had to do that for both barrels. And here's why I did it on the detent instead of the barrel, is because I'm not going to try to modify a $130 barrel and then possibly mess up the barrel. I'd rather modify a $3 piece than a $130 piece. So I modified both detents, well, all four, because both barrels are the same. And I don't know if it's because this is made slightly different than the TCP barrels and the VKS barrels. I don't know. I don't have any of those barrels. But I did have to modify this slightly. Unfortunately, when I modified them, they fit properly. Everything was working fine. I got it in the FSCs. When I pierced the CO2, I was having the same problem as the metal detents, but even worse. It was letting out 2 and 3 balls, or 2 and 3 projectiles, shaped projectiles, because that's what I'm testing right now. Now, that's not to say that Wixon detents do not work. Let me tell you, I've seen many videos of these detents and people are working, it's working properly for them. So I'm not saying that the Wixon detent does not work. It's not what I'm saying at all. It's just for my application, for my barrel, it did not work, unfortunately. And here's why I'm thinking. I'm thinking that this barrel is slightly thicker than the TCP barrels and the VKS barrels. So these detents need to be these little nubs here. This part right here that I'm touching with my finger, that I'm flicking, needs to be slightly longer, like this detent right here. So you see how this detent, let me flip them over so you can see what I'm talking about. So you see how this detent right here, if I put nub to nub, it is slightly bigger than the, this piece is slightly longer than the Wixon detent. So this little nub needs to be slightly longer. This little nub right here, right? That's it. I think that would fix the issue. Now, that's just my case. Like I said, I've seen many videos of people using these successfully with no problems. But I think for the Sterling Self-Defense barrels, this nub needs to be slightly longer for it to work properly. Now, these are the detents that I have on it right now. I have 2 different detents on it right now. if you guys can see, is there's a black one and a green one. I know the camera's not really focusing on it too well. Let me see if I can get it to focus. I do apologize. But there is a black detent and a green detent. Those detents are working properly. And that is one of these 3D printed detents and a home wrecker detent from the standard barrels, non-metal detent barrels. That's going to be like your Lapcos, your stock barrels, stuff like that. Now, what I had to do, this one was working flawlessly, or is working flawlessly. This one, on the other hand, which is the home wrecker detent, I had to modify because this nub is slightly bigger than this nub on this one, as you can see. So what was happening was, and I tested all of this off of camera. So what was happening was that this little nub was, when the round went in, or the projectile went into the breech, it was getting caught on this right here. And I know my nails are long, sorry. I haven't cut them yet. I'm going to cut them later on today. So I had to snip this right here, just a little tiny bit off of the tip, for it to match up with this one. And then I had to, you see this little nub right here? I had to, I took a nail clipper and I clipped it, boom, right there. And then I sanded it nice and smooth, and it's working properly. So right now, what's running in this SSD barrel is one of these and one of these, and it's working flawlessly. The rubber ones, stock rubber ones that come for the barrels, for the stock barrels or the Lapco barrels, will not work with this setup. Oh, and so this one is the Wixon one. Maybe for round ball, I should have said this before, maybe for round ball, it's going to work properly. But again, for my specific testing right now, this is not working, this one. I will retest these with round ball, but that's going to be later on in the future, because right now I'm testing the AR Tactical S-Type projectiles. So for that application, this is not going to, the Wixon ones are not working properly for me, because I have the red spring. Maybe when I start testing the round balls again, this will work properly with the softer spring. It should work with no issues. So with that, let's go in the other room, and we're going to test this out with the 16 gram CO2. All right, we're in the other room now. You can see my trap down there, the chronograph. I do want to say up front, because I know someone may ask, why am I still testing the FSCs with shape projectiles? Well, there's two things. One, there are people out there that like shape projectiles. I am one of them. When the HP 68s came out, I wanted them things to work so badly, but they never did. And two, people still own the FSCs and the TCPs. They're great platforms. And even though there is new launchers coming out, some people just like to stick with what they know and what's reliable, or very reliable. And these have been tested and proven to be very, very reliable, just like the TCPs. So that's the two reasons why I do it. I stuck with my FSC for many, many years, even though there were brand new launchers coming out every other month. Up until last year that the Pastel X68 came out. That was the next launcher that I bought. And up until now, that it's been a year and a month already that I've had it, I haven't purchased any other launchers. The next launcher I want to get is going to be the Solstice when it drops. That's about it. So what we're going to be testing, as I stated before, let me put you guys down real quick, is the AR Tactical S-Type shaped projectiles. And I am going to be testing 8 of them because we are shooting with the 16 gram CO2. So that's what we got, 8. Let me pick you guys up. So we have 8 of them right here. Just pulled them out of this bag. And I am going to weigh them for you guys. I don't see the need for me to have to do this, but it is what it is. 7.93, 8.01, 7.99, 7.93, 8, 7.99, 8.06, and 8. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to load this side first, and the 8 and 8 gram and above last. 8 gram, 7.99 are going to be the last shots. Okay, so let me put you guys here so you guys can see the chronograph right there. Now I am going to weigh these at straight up 8 grams. Let me grab my I gotta stretch over this safety glasses. Okay, so I'm loading the 7.99 and below. Oh, by the way, this does have the Wixon follower. That is working perfectly. So I am loading the 7.99 to 7.93 first. And then these are all the 8 gram and above. But again, I'm gonna calculate at 8 grams only. And the results are going to be in the description box below. Okay, so we got 8 AR Tactical S-Type projectiles in the magazine. And I'm just going to add a little bit of oil right in here. First, add the 16 gram. And then I'm going to add a little bit right here. Okay. And then, here we go. We're all loaded up. My lights are on. Chronograph is ready. And let's see what this does. First shot. 324. 309. 285. 268. 244. 224. 196. 165, and that's it. That's all 8 shots. Ran perfectly with those detents right there. Okay, and that is a 1 home wrecker detent and 1 3D printed detent that I bought off of eBay many years ago that I don't even remember where they're from. And I don't even think I can find those anymore because I tried looking. But with a little modification, the home wrecker ones do work with slight modification. All right, so that's today's video. Catch you guys on the next one.